tired of beating our head against the wall and working for someone else. Say it loud. Say it loud. Look here. Some people say we got a lot of malice. Some say it's a lot of love. I say we want to quit moving until we get what we deserve. We've been built and we've been scorned. We've been treated bad, talked about, as sure as you born. Just as sure as it takes 2 eyes to make a pair. Brother, we can't quit until we get our share. Say it loud. Say it loud. One more time. Say it loud. I worked on jobs, me in my hand. You know, all the work I did was for the other man. Now we demands a chance to do things for ourselves. We're tired of beating our head against the wall and working for someone else. Say it loud. Say it loud. Look here. Some people say we got a lot of malice. Some say it's a lot of love. But I say we want to quit moving until we get what we deserve. We've been built and we've been scorned. We've been treated bad, talked about, as sure as you born. Just as sure as it takes 2 eyes to make a pair. Brother, we can't quit until we get our share. Say it loud. Say it loud. One more time. Say it loud. I worked on jobs, me in my hand. You know, all the work I did was for the other man. Now we demand a chance to do things for ourselves. We're tired of beating our head against the wall and working for someone else. Say it loud. Say it loud. Look here. Some people say we got a lot of malice. Some say it's a lot of love. But I say we want to quit moving until we get what we deserve. We've been built and we've been scorned. We've been treated bad, talked about, as sure as you born. Just as sure as it takes 2 eyes to make a pair. Brother, we can't quit until we get our share. Say it loud. Say it loud. One more time. Say it loud. I worked on jobs, me in my hand. You know, all the work I did was for the other man. Now we demand a chance to do things for ourselves. We're tired of beating our head against the wall and working for someone else. Say it loud. Say it loud.
Good evening. Good evening. My name is Eula Taylor, and I am the proud Department Chair of African American Studies. Tonight, we are going to have a beautiful celebration. My colleagues and I are so glad that all of you are here. As I look out at the stage, our graduates look so regal. The class of 2025 is indeed academic fire. And all of you around them look so very proud. I think I know why. This is the night that many of you, parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, brothers, sisters, cousins, play cousins, family friends, neighbors, and of course, church members, prayed to witness. This is the day, the college graduation of your loved one. In addition to your prayers, you poured into our graduates because you wanted the best for them. You wanted more for them. At this time, I'm going to ask all of the graduates who are able to stand to please do so. I want you to stand, and I want you to give a shout out. I want you to stand, and I want you to give a shout out, applause to your family and your friends for being there when you needed them. I want you to affirm your family and friends for encouraging you when you wanted to leave UC Berkeley. I want you to give a shout out and applause for your family and friends for placing cash into your bank account when they didn't have money to give you. I want you to affirm all of those people who loved you unconditionally. Thank you, and please have a seat. Okay. Unfortunately, there are so many of our family members who cannot be here with us this evening. Many of us have incarcerated loved ones who wanted to be here. Some family members were too ill to travel, but they wanted to be here. Some family members could not afford to travel, but they wanted to be here. Sadly, some of our family members have passed away, and we are still grieving their absence. And while there is no way to physically bring all of them in here with us, we want to honor them as well. So now, on the count of 3, I want everyone to shout the name of the person they want in Zellerbach who is not here. 1, 2, 3. Let's do that again. 1, 2, 3. Hold on to your shout. Hold on to their name this evening and know that their loving spirits are among us. Now I'd like to share some of the highlights of our academic year. To say that this has been a tough year is a huge understatement. All across the globe, people are rising up. This worldly chaos is delivered to us daily via multimedia platforms. And the White House executive orders have impacted intellectual communities throughout the United States. But given that Black studies here at Cal emerged from student protest alongside research efforts and scholarship that detailed uncomfortable truths, we know how to fight. We know how to put our boots on the ground. And that doesn't mean that we're not afraid, but our courage has historically propelled us to make the world that we all deserve to live in. Black people know how to fight, and we will fight now. But we also know how to love. And our love for each other and humanity is why our fight is so principled. Our department, under the leadership of Dr. Michael Cohen, continues to bring Band Scholars program to Cal. Here we invite academics to campus who have been under assault because of their political work. In addition to their campus lectures, we connect them with Berkeley High School partners so that scholars can engage with the youth. We culminated our Band Scholars project with a program on defending public education in California. We also continue our tradition of nurturing Veve Clark Scholars. Under the leadership of Dr. Nikki Jones and graduate advisor Lindsay Herbert. Clark Scholars are our high-achieving majors in African American studies. Last summer, we took them to Charleston, South Carolina, to visit former rice plantations. It was there that they applied the knowledge they learned from Black Studies coursework, Gullah and Geechee cultures, and Southern life that anchor the African diaspora in the United States were embraced. As a department, we are deeply committed to creating intellectual opportunities where students are stretched academically and affirmed in their personhood. We also had our annual St. Clair Drake Forum organized by graduate students Kevin Rigby, Alexandra Gassessa, and Naomi Eshawat. They brought together our undergraduate students, graduate students, and faculty for an amazing day-long symposium. Here, our undergraduate students showcased their projects. These included Amber Griffin Royale's ethnographic soundscape on the city of Oakland, and Tye Houston's insightful literary work on Black mothers and Black motherhood. Tye's efforts were supported by the newest member of our faculty, Dr. Henry Washington, Jr. Our department fully understands that African Americans are linked to a larger diaspora. Thus, African languages are important to our curriculum. Under the leadership of Dr. David Choo, we currently offer instruction in Amharic, Igbo, and Swahili. Students who take our courses come from a range of majors. Some enroll to satisfy university requirements, others out of intellectual curiosity. These initial classroom experiences draw scholars to the field. Many of our graduates here today are minoring in African American studies. This is because the transformative, interdisciplinary knowledge taught by brilliant faculty gave them the courage to embrace what has been vilified. It is because of our African American majors, double majors, and minors that we can collectively be in this auditorium today. We have a dedicated grad fund to support this event, which costs the department tens of thousands of dollars to rent this campus auditorium alone. We hope that all of you who are able to do so will go to the department website and support us. We are also so thankful for those of you who have supported our department during these unbelievable times. Make no mistake, we are under political attack, but amazing people are showing us so much love, just incredibly, it's just incredible. We are so thankful for the support of Michael and Jeannie Williams and the Black Alumni Association. We partner with the Black Alumni Association on many programs this year, including taking the Clark Scholars to South Carolina and showing Doug Harris and Brian Spencer's two recent documentaries, All American, the Walter Gordon story, and John Burris, Godfather of Police Litigation. I want to close by sharing that our department manager, Sandy Richmond, will retire at the end of June. She has served the University of California, Berkeley for 34 years, and African American Studies for the last 5. Sandy has demonstrated what it means to be a lover of people. Her professional generosity and willingness to keep all of the moving parts on task will be missed. We live in a society where individual success is celebrated, but what we do for others lives beyond us. Sandy has done for others with her whole heart, and we are forever thankful. Graduates, as we continue the ceremony, please, please think about how you want to be remembered, both professionally and personally. It's the Department of African American Studies' most sincere hope that your legacy will be one of serving others, because you should never forget all of the love and support that you received from your family and your friends and the Department of African American Studies faculty, staff, and student workers while matriculating at the University of California, Berkeley. Thank you.
Good evening, and welcome to the class of 2025's Black graduation. What a special occasion we are gathered here to celebrate. Many of you have traveled from around the state and the country to be together and celebrate with your loved ones. We are so grateful to everyone who made the journey, and we welcome you. There are people dear to us who perhaps could not be here in person, so we welcome them in spirit and hold them in our hearts. We are here to celebrate a momentous occasion, and we do so in the midst of tremendous sorrow and suffering, famine and war in Sudan, an ongoing white supremacist uprising in this country, and 19 months of complicity in the genocide in Gaza. Holding this, let us take a breath and be present in this space with each other. As Black Studies scholars, we can strive to hold this moment in both celebration and mourning. Before we begin our ceremony, I would also like to acknowledge the land that we are on. Berkeley and the Department of African American Studies sits on the territory of the Huchun and the ancestral and unceded land of the Chochenyo-speaking Ohlone people, the successors of the historic and sovereign Verona Band of Alameda County. This land was and continues to be of great value and significance to the Muwekma Ohlone tribe and other familial descendants of the Verona Band. We recognize that every member of the Berkeley community has benefited and continues to benefit from the use and occupation of this land since the institution's founding in 1868. Consistent with the values of community, inclusion, and diversity, we have a responsibility to acknowledge and make visible the university's relationship with Native peoples. It is vitally important that we not only recognize the history of the land on which we stand, but also we recognize that the Muwekma Ohlone people are alive and flourishing members of the Berkeley and broader Bay Area communities today. To make our unwavering support manifest, the Department of African American Studies pays annually toward the Shumi land tax, a voluntary contribution that non-Indigenous people can make to support the critical work of the Sogorea Te Land Trust, whose goal is the rematriation of this territory to the Indigenous people. Thank you and welcome.
Go Bears. Go Bears. My name is Marlon McWilson. I'm a 1997 graduate of the African American Studies program here at the University of California at Berkeley and Vice President of the Black Alumni Association. I would like to invite all Black Bears to stand up. If you are a graduate of the University of California, when you identify as an African American, a Black, a Negro, stand your ass up. Now, we, as the Black Alumni Association, want to extend the right hand of fellowship to you students who are graduating on this day, May 22nd, 2025. We want, I said 90, I graduated in 97, shawty. Yeah. We want to extend the right hand of fellowship to you all. First of all, one, when I was here, we didn't see a lot of Black alums hanging around and supporting us. And we decided we weren't going to have that for students who were here anymore. And so we do our part to show up. We do our part to ask questions. We do our part to buy donuts at Kingpin Donuts, buy pizza at Blondie's, to show up, to give you $20 to cash out, to do whatever it takes to see it through to this university. Because we know it's not without its challenges. And we know you need a safe space when you're here at the University of California at Berkeley. That's why the African American Studies Department opens this graduation up, which is the African American Studies graduation, to the whole community. Because the African American Studies Department is a rest haven and a safe space for Black students. And we know it because we've all taken a class there. As you said, we either majored or double majored or minored in African American studies. We had a class there, we had a friend there, we found peace and solace there. And so now we as the Black alumni want to support you as you guys take the steps from here into real life. This was real life, but it gets a little bit more real. And so if you see a Black alum, don't be ashamed and don't be afraid to pull him by his coattail, pull her by her coattails, or pull them by their coattails to tell them that you need help and be forceful about it. Be respectful, but be forceful. Because that is our job as the Black alums of this university. And that will be your job when you walk out of this building tonight. So you take this time to enjoy this graduation, but when you leave out of here, you have work to do. You will join us and we will make it happen. Thank you for being here. Congratulations to the graduates of 2025, and go Bears.
Wow. Okay. Sorry, I'm short, y'all, so I have to adjust this. Okay. Wow. To be young, gifted, and Black. To the esteemed faculty, staff, families, friends, and most importantly, the class of 2025. My name is Skylar Montgomery, but better known to my peers as Sky, a Bachelor of Arts in Legal Studies and a minor in African American Studies graduate from Springfield, Virginia. Today is an exciting day as our graduation marks the milestone celebration of completing our matriculation of studies from the #1 public university, the prestigious University of California, Berkeley. As Pulitzer Prize winning artist named Kendrick Lamar said, they not like us. And our time at Cal has proved this to be true. We have learned to navigate new spaces, collaborate with different faces, and explore quite unfamiliar places. We have built a foundation at Cal, ensuring a better environment for the next generation of Black Berkeley Bears. Proudly, we have witnessed 3 consecutive terms of Black student body presidents and Black community-endorsed senators, I being one of them. The foundation of a safe space for Black students to navigate their crown, the Natural Hair Collective. The cultivation of a safe space for the foundation of Amend at Berkeley for Black men on campus. The return of the Gamma Beta chapter of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. And the reigniting of the UC HBCU Exchange Program in partnership with Spelman and Morehouse College. But even with progress, there can still be setbacks. You see, our academic freedoms are at stake. Our intellectual autonomy to learn with the lens of our beautiful Black minds are and continue to be challenged. The ability to unveil the unwashed reality of our history, to engage in the free exchange of discourse, whether similar or opposing, and the right to challenge the very institutionalized norms that dehumanize us are met with active resistance. However, despite our worries, I know that we will excel in the next phase of our lives. As we stand on the edge of whatever comes next, I think of the words of former Madam Vice President and my soul war, Kamala Harris, in that fear is contagious, but courage is contagious too. Liberation is not easily attained, and courage is what keeps us free from the depths of negativity and pushes us past the limits of oppression. It is now time for us to take our liberating spirit that Cal has bestowed and nurtured in each one of us out into the world. I want us to transcend beyond the realms of I don't know if I can and ascend into the realms of watch me do it. We must rise above anything that presses down on promise and seek out paths once blurred by doubt, now lit by purpose. Berkeley has not just taught us. It has shaped us further into being what we already knew we were, the epitome of Black joy, excellence, and perseverance. Cal further molded us into change makers, using our most precious assets, our minds, guided by our melanated lenses to dream of possibilities colored by the hues of blue and gold. We must move as if the future is already ours, because in many ways, it already is. From this point forward, we no longer wait for permission to cultivate the legacy that we want for ourselves, because it is firmly in our grasp. And so, as we bid farewell to Berkeley and move on to become the next generation of Black engineers, visionaries, doctors, entrepreneurs, and more, I leave you with this. Embrace your Blackness wherever you go, because it is the uniquest form of wealth that can never be taken. Use your voice no matter what, because silence is complicity, and conforming to a false reality will strip you of your authenticity. We must always challenge what society expects us to be and expects us to accept. We must always remind ourselves that we are what allows the right side of history to excel in its pursuits. And we must never fall subject to the systems set in place to withhold or conceal us from our wildest dreams. Let us show gratitude to those who rooted for us every step of the way. To my parents and twin sister, thank you for entrusting me to embark on this journey of academics all the way from Virginia. And to my village here at Cal, thank you. Thank you for always encouraging me to be the most supreme and unapologetic version of myself. Woo. Ooh, I told you I was gonna cry up here, Victoria. Ooh. As the world awaits our brilliance and our relentless desire to make a difference, let us never forget the words of the late and honorable civil rights activist John Lewis. Never let anyone, any person, and any force dampen, dim, or diminish your light. And never, ever be afraid to get in good trouble, necessary trouble, to help redeem the soul of America, to include our images, our contributions, our global impact, and our history. Why? Because they not like us, they not like us, they not like us. Thank you, Fiat Lux, and Go Bears.
Hello, everyone. Okay, loud and clear. My name is Victoria Bwesbala. I have a degree, a Bachelor's of Arts in Legal Studies and a minor in African American Studies. I'm from Oakland, California. Yeah. But me and my family are originally from Cameroon, Central Africa. Africans, make some noise. And I'll be introducing our keynote speaker. From an eye roll to a joke that stings a little too well, to a that sits, ooh, we don't have to start from the top. From an eye roll to a joke that lands a little too well, to a silence that stings more than words. Sass isn't just humor, it's a strategy. A way Black women speak back, hold space, and flip power, even in moments of crisis. Our keynote speaker, Professor Jay Finley, is a groundbreaking scholar, cultural critic, and performer whose work is transforming how we understand Black women's humor, not as stereotype, but as method. She's an associate professor of Africana Studies at Pomona College and the author of Sass, Black Women's Humor and Humanity, the first full-length study to theorize Black women's humor as a form of cultural resistance and embodied liberation. What makes her journey even more special is that it started here at UC Berkeley. When Professor Finley arrived in 2006 as a graduate student, she planned to study reparations and the legacy of slavery. But after a fellowship in South Africa, she began asking a different question. If we weren't going to get reparations, how else do Black people make do? Her answer was, we laugh. And not just any laugh. In her book, Professor Finley shows us that sass is not just a reaction. It's an intentional act, a refusal, a tool through which Black women assert humanity in a world that often denies it. Her research is not abstract, it's lived. From stand-up stages to university classrooms, she has brought theory into practice and made joy a political force. As we reflect on this year's theme, the future is now, liberation is in our hands, Professor Finley reminds us that freedom doesn't always come through institutions or policies. Sometimes it begins with a look, a laugh, and a refusal to let the moment pass by quietly. Please join me in welcoming our 2025 Black graduation keynote speaker, Professor Jay Finley.
Wow, thank you so much for that generous reading of my work and appreciation of the work that I do. It's truly a joy to be back here at Black Grad. And I want to start off by saying good evening once again. Class of 2025, it is an honor and it is really my distinct pleasure to be here celebrating with you this evening as you complete this part of your journey. And I want to offer my deepest appreciation to the Department of African American Studies, one of the places I call home, for extending this invitation to me, for trusting me to speak to you tonight. Each person has worked to get to this night outfitted with your own map, with your own tools, with your own special motivation toward your unique goals. Yet, of course, as the other speakers have said, you have never been alone. Each of you has been held and supported when you most needed it by your beloved community, your family, your friends, your coaches, your counselors, your dear professors and teachers. And let's acknowledge this. Sometimes the people who have been miraculously pulled into your orbit or you into theirs, well, sometimes they saw this night when you couldn't see it. They knew you would make it when you didn't believe it yourself. Congratulations, graduates, all of y'all. That's right, because nobody can ever take this accomplishment away from you. It's been 17 years, 17 years since I first walked the stage at Black Grad. It's been 12 years since I last sat on stage again when I earned my PhD in African Diaspora Studies in 2013. Thank you. I've learned a lot in the intervening years. I've been a lot of places. The world has shown me much, and it's given me so much more. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm from Louisville, Kentucky. That's right. Home of the world championship boxer and ardent social justice advocate Muhammad Ali. My mother and her siblings, they were raised by my grandmother on the same segregated side of town as he was. I spent much of my childhood sitting at my grandma's kitchen table, holding my ear down like this. If you know, you know. But I was listening to her stories of growing up in central Kentucky and then moving to Chicago in the 1950s. I was enthralled to the blackness of it all, to the southernness of her life in Kentucky. As I grew up and I learned other facts of blackness, my grandma, she never used the words Jim Crow. Filling in the gaps in her stories, I believe that she had marched too, that she had gone down to the local town hall and tried to register to vote too, like all the people that I was reading about in books that were too big for my young age. I believed all Black folks were struggling against racist oppression in all the ways that get memorialized in history books and accounts of the civil rights and Black power movements, stories and historical events that many states are trying to excise from the record today. If they were there, how could they not have participated? My grandma never said she did or she didn't. I never asked. Once though, when I was too young to know what she meant, she told me, she said, "Jesse, you got the gift of the gab." It was the way she said it that makes it something I never forget. So while I have the platform that Mary Murphy never could get, I won't waste this opportunity tonight telling you only nice things. I won't waste our precious time together and sell you what Black feminist activist Florence Kennedy called chocolate-covered BS. I want to leave you with something real, something hard to turn over tonight that maybe leaves a taste in your mouth. Maybe it's a taste for action. The theme of tonight, after all, is the future is now, liberation is in our hands. Malcolm X's 100th birthday was this past Monday, May 19th. Now, each year on May 19th, I think first of my grandmother, who was also born on that day, and then I think of Malcolm X. In 1963, Malcolm X delivered one of his most influential speeches. It was called Message to the Grassroots. And he began that speech by saying, "America has a very serious problem. Not only does America have a very serious problem, but our people have a very serious problem. America's problem is us. We're her problem. The only reason she has a problem is she doesn't want us here. Every time you look at yourself, be you Black, brown, red, yellow, a so-called Negro, you represent a person who poses such a serious problem for America because you're not wanted." You know, this speech could have been titled, "The Future is Now, Liberation is in Our Hands." We celebrate today, graduates, but let's make no mistake, we are in a perilous moment in history. I've said it before and I'll say it again, we cannot put our heads down and wish that it was someone else, some other people who need to be protected from the reaches of fascist violence. It is at our door. The Palestinian poets of today, those who continue to produce some of the most devastating and beautiful poems amidst an ongoing genocide that much of the world seems hell-bent on closing its eyes and shutting its hearts to. Well, those poets beg questions that to me are very Black questions. How do you keep writing? How do you find and create beauty? How do you go on living in the face of extreme suffering? There's not a time in recent history when this question has not applied to some Black or brown people all over the globe. Back around 2008, when I was a graduate student here at Cal, I was trying to earn my PhD in African diaspora studies. I used to hold office hours as a GSI in a room that remains for that purpose on the 6th floor of the Social Sciences building. And taped to the wall in that room was an image of the journalist and freedom fighter Ida B. Wells Barnett. And next to that image, there was a quote. And that quote said, "Power concedes nothing without a demand. It never did, and it never will." This message hung on the wall such that you would have to see it as you walked out the door if you chose to look. I chose to look over and over. I learned that this quote was indeed the end of an 1857 speech by the abolitionist Frederick Douglass, who was Ida B. Wells Barnett's mentor. And this was one of her favorite quotes. It's one of my favorite quotes, too. The full quote goes something like this: "If there is no struggle, there is no progress. Those who profess to favor freedom and yet depreciate agitation are men who want crops without plowing up the ground. They want rain without thunder and lightning. They want the ocean without the awful roar of its many waters. The struggle may be a moral one, or it may be a physical one, or it may be both a moral and physical one, but it must be a struggle. Power concedes nothing without a demand. It never did, and it never will." How do you struggle and make a demand when it seems like so often someone else is holding all the cards? Let me talk about some ways of responding to Frederick Douglass's call to action that you can bring home with you after you leave here tonight. Humor, chief among them. I know. I said I was bringing something hard tonight. I said I was bringing something serious, and now I'm talking about humor? Humor? See, that's just the thing. I've spent the last 15 years of my life hipping people to the seriousness of Black humor, how it can creatively spark an impulse to imagine a different future, how in a joke or a witty quip, we might see ourselves in the future despite the distressing past and the uncertain present. Having imagined it, we might seize it. Black humor is complex, though. It's always been perplexing and sustaining. And let me show you. So James Weldon Johnson, you know, the James Weldon Johnson who with his brother wrote the Black national anthem, Lift Every Voice and Sing. Well, he was teaching for a few months in the backwoods of Georgia in the 1890s, and when he came back, he was confused by what he had experienced. He said this, he said, "The situation in which they were might have seemed hopeless, but they themselves were not without hope. The patent proof of this was their ability to sing and laugh. Their deep, genuine laughter often puzzled and irritated me." Johnson reflected on that paradox. He said, why did they laugh so? How could they laugh so? I heard one of my colleagues, Bambi Hagen, say the other week, she said, "I laugh to keep from burning this whole thing down." I submit, Black humor is and always has been more than mere escapism or foolishness or a fleeting moment of amusement. I spent a significant amount of my time at Cal laughing, and y'all probably have too. Many times finding beauty in the ruins. I laughed a lot with some of these jokers back here, especially this guy right there. Oh, it's a mirror. Yes, it is. Laughter, it's all around us. It's in the air. It connects us. That's what makes us human. It also points us to the places where we have work to do, both out there in the world and right here within ourselves. A few weeks before his assassination, Malcolm X told a journalist, he said, "The greatest mistake of the movement has been trying to organize a sleeping people around specific goals. You have to wake the people up first, then you'll get action." The reporter replied back, "Wake them up to their exploitation? No, to their humanity, to their own worth, to their heritage," Malcolm shot back. A Black man once challenged him at a debate, said that having been born in the United States, he was American first and then Black. Malcolm X famously retorted, he said, "Now, brother, if a cat has kittens in the oven, does that make them biscuits?" With incomparable wit and humor, Black people have been waking folks up. Is it any wonder that woke is the bane of white supremacist existence today? Graduates, I appeal to you tonight. We must not be overwhelmed by this moment. In the 1970s, Florence Kennedy, who was a lawyer for Assata Shakur, She was a staunch Black feminist activist. She constantly used humor to motivate people to fight against forces and institutions that oppressed them, that limited their opportunities. She was so no nonsense, and she didn't suffer any fools. At some point, she said this. She said, "Some people say they won't work inside the system. They're waiting on the revolution. The biggest sin is sitting on your butt." She didn't say butt, though. Kennedy convinced people that they do have a role to play in us all getting free, and she implored everyday folks, just like me and you, not to foreclose the possibilities of fighting for the rights and dignity that were there, that are our birthright. Activism for Kennedy, yes, it was a struggle, but it was also fun, and she said so often. And part of the fun was reflected in the life-giving force of her humor, how it exposed hypocrisy and moved people to action. Now, Shirley Chisholm, well, the political icon who has the distinction of being the first Black woman elected to the United States House of Representatives in 1968. Then, in 1972, she became the first Black candidate to run for the Democratic nomination for president. She did work inside the system, and you know, she was a Black woman, so she had to be twice as qualified as her colleagues and armed to the teeth with humor. Her congressional colleagues often tried to neutralize her and the work that she intended to do for the people in the urban Brooklyn district who had elected her. So when she was first elected, she was assigned to be on the House Agricultural Committee. A real deep cut. She protested this assignment. She said, "Apparently all they know here in Washington about Brooklyn is that a tree grew there." Chisholm's humor communicated her self-regard. It was a stylized way of speaking back to power. And that's what I call sass. Now, as Victoria just talked about, I recently wrote a book on the topic. It's called, you guessed it, Sass. Black Women's Humor and Humanity. And in there, I theorize sass as the element that is at the heart of Black women's humor. Here's one of my favorite passages. Sass moves people, jolts and awakens from comfort zones, affecting social relations and igniting embodied sensations, be it terror, pleasure, relief, or release. Infused in Black women's humor, sass can make you laugh and it can help you live. Talking back, while I wouldn't recommend you do it to your mama, can be one of those demands that Frederick Douglass was talking about. Like Shirley Chisholm once said, if they don't give you a seat at the table, bring in a folding chair. Now, she was speaking tongue in cheek, okay? But some of y'all remember what happened in Montgomery, Alabama. A couple of years ago at that riverfront, when that folding chair came in handy again. Texas Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, she stands on Shirley Chisholm and Florence Kennedy's shoulders. She stays speaking truth to power. Yes. And with the kind of sass that makes Black women's humor so politically potent, to communicate self-possession and self-respect, just like she did when she responded with that B6 clapback. Y'all know what I'm talking about. She was responding to that nasty public insult by the Georgia Congresswoman who we don't need to name tonight. You know, the bleach blonde, bad built. Y'all know the rest. But at the same time, and perhaps more importantly, Representative Crockett calls out hypocrisy, corruption, and tyranny. She refuses to waste the platform that these ancestors cleared the path to. Class of 2025. You all chose to celebrate your accomplishment tonight at Black graduation. Now, to Black graduate means something different than the regular rite of passage that they had the other day at the campus-wide commencement. What I humbly share with all those people whom I've spoken about or quoted tonight, with those who I share this stage with is that we have chosen lives of service. As a Black graduate, we need you to choose whatever form of service gets the work of liberation done based on your unique talents and training. Don't just leave it to us in Black studies, the scholars and activists. No matter if your degree is in anthropology, theater, sociology, computer science, if you're getting your MA, your BA, your PhD, your JD, your MJ, whether you're leaving here for a job at BlackRock or getting certified by the Black Doula Project, you can do the work of liberation wherever your path takes you. It's gonna be a tough road to hoe at BlackRock, though. The fact that you have consciously chosen to be here tonight at Black graduation, well, that says that at least you understand the initial assignment. Do hard things, even when you're afraid. I commit to speaking out explicitly and with clarity against the tyranny that threatens to erase our history, to erase us from the record. Use what makes you, you, to be of service to your communities. And remember this little gem from Florence Kennedy. Freedom is like taking a bath. You got to keep doing it every day. Thank you. Congratulations, class of 2025.
Good evening, everyone. We will now turn to the conference of awards in the departments. And I have the distinct pleasure of introducing two of our awards. The first, although we're going to switch the order that's on your program, we're going to start with the department citation and then follow it with the Outstanding GSI Award. As humans, we value being valued for the work we do. Awards serve to validate the value of exceptional work by one's community. At Berkeley, we value the myriad contributions of our students, and we elevate the extraordinary with awards. These awards reflect our gratitude and approval for jobs very well done. So to begin with the department citation. The department citation is among the highest campus honors for an undergraduate student. Beginning in 1955, this award recognizes distinguished undergraduate work, usually characterized by several things: exceptional coursework, remarkable contributions in undergraduate research, and as you'll hear in a second, for the person who won this award for research in mentorship with faculty as well, and a creative thesis or other independent research of distinction. Candidates for this award must have at least a 3.5 GPA in the major, a 3.5 GPA overall at Berkeley, and should have demonstrated significant accomplishments within the department. Only one award is selected each year, so the recipient is truly someone very, very special. This year's department citation is Chelsea Eggers. But I'm not gonna give her the mic just yet, because I gotta say some words about Chelsea. It is an honor, and I mean that with the greatest depth, to introduce Chelsea as the winner this year. I had the privilege of meeting Chelsea when she enrolled in my course, American Abolition, which charts the history of abolition movements from slavery to mass incarceration in the United States. Since that class, I have come to know Chelsea as incredibly loquacious, infectiously funny, undeniably vivacious. Her presence is felt in every room she walks into. You can probably feel the presence right now. Even in that class, where she often listened more than she spoke, because she's also extremely humble, Chelsea reminded me that intellectual depth can be, and very often is, as Black feminists from Bell Hooks, Audre Lorde, to Patricia Hill Collins have told us, a quiet powerhouse. When Chelsea listens, she is weaving together many threads in her mind, creating a tapestry that emerges in her writing and her thinking. In my course, as the assignment asked of her, she produced one of the most incredible high school accessible explanations of all of the factors that led up to the abolition of slavery in the United States. She was also a phenomenal research assistant and became a veritable expert in late 19th and early 20th century prison records. But what I really want to highlight and leave you with before I give Chelsea these awards and let her say some words is I want to highlight her thesis, Black Literature as Black Placemaking. And this thesis takes us back to Zora Neale Hurston's interviews with one of the last men, Kasula, stolen from the western coast of Africa and sold into slavery in Alabama. Her thesis explains how Barracoon, which is the book that Hurston wrote after her interviews with Kasula, is an archive of place that continues to allow Black readers to create their own sense of belonging on the page, to find resonance in Kasula's story for generations. His Mourning for Africa is a story that conjoins the diaspora. It is both a unique and a collective story. And her thesis does the work that characterizes Black studies for us as a department. It is a story of a past that continually reverberates into the present. Please help me in congratulating and welcoming Chelsea.
Hello, everyone. How y'all doing? Okay, I'm gonna try and get through this without crying, so bear with me. My name is Chelsea, and I'm honored to be this year's recipient of the Departmental Citation Award. First and foremost, I could not have succeeded without my family and my friends and the entire AFAM community. Thank you to my family, those in spirit and living, especially my mom. Thank you, Mom, for answering the phone every day. To my friends, both here, far, sitting behind me, y'all already know that I have the deepest love and gratitude for you all. Thank you so much for showing me what true community is. To my professors, Dr. Taylor, Dr. J, Dr. Loggins, and my grad student mentors, Zaina and Joanna and Sharad. Thank you for all the challenges, the guidance, and the support you have poured into me as you do with all your students, grit and grace. I must give a special thanks to Dr. Carter. You've been in my corner since my first day here at Cal, and you are a real one. I would not have made it through Cal without you and the entire AFAM community, so thank you so very much. Lastly, I'd like to take some time to thank myself for learning and growing and leaning into my community. I really did that. I'd like to leave y'all with these final thoughts. We ain't free until we all free. The theme of this year's Black Grad is "The future is now, liberation is in our hands." And as we continue our pursuits as the class of 2025 leaving today, we must remember As Ta-Nehisi Coates says, that this is our world, that this is our country, and that this is our body, and we must find a way to live within the all of it. And we must do so with love. A love which folks like Joy James reminds us is rooted in radical commitment to the community, a love that takes risks and takes action, and that stands 10 toes down. Liberation is ours, and we must reach out and grab it in revolutionary love. Thank you.
We will now turn to the Outstanding Graduate Student Instructor Award. Yeah, and in giving this award, we're actually going to give 2 awards, sort of. So Zaina. I think you should come up here as I talk about you a little bit. Come on, Zaina Sanders. Each year, the Department of African American Studies recognizes an outstanding graduate student instructor for their work in teaching. The criteria for choosing recipients include, again, many factors: overall effectiveness as an instructor, capacity to motivate and inspire students, skills in presenting course material, skills in organizing and developing course material, command of the subject area, and exceptional instruction evaluations. And for anyone who knows, sitting in this room, has taken the time to fill out an evaluation for an instructor, you know that either something went really bad or went really, really, really well. And as someone who read those evaluations, Zaina is truly an exceptional teacher. And I can think of no one more deserving of this year's Outstanding GSI Award than Zaina Sanders. Before I hand Zaina that award, I also want to note that not only has Zaina won this award, but she also received the Outstanding Graduate Student Award from the Fannie Lou Hamer Center's Louise Patterson Awards.
Thank you. Hardware.
And number 2.
And number 2. Thank you. I did not prepare remarks. I simply want to say thank you. Being a GSI is a thankless job. Like, it truly is. And, you know, all of our students have all the smoke for us that you don't seem to have for your professors. But that's neither here or there. You know, it's a very privileged position to be here, to stand here, to accept an award, to be acknowledged for something that, you know, is in the profession, they call it service. But truly, when you love what you do, it is simply a labor of love, and you have to love this job. It is not just a job. It is a lot of sleepless nights, as you all know, because you're graduating from the same sleepless nights. But nonetheless, it's just heartwarming when someone says that you've done it well. So I thank you all.
And finally, I am here to present this year's Outstanding Alumni Award. This year's Outstanding Alumni Award recipient, who could not be with us here, but whose daughter is here with us, and we are so excited to hear our recipient's words through our daughter, who I will introduce in just a moment. This year's award recipient is Miss Brandy Howard. Miss Howard is a double graduate of UC Berkeley, having earned a BA in African American Studies and a Master of Social Work. Since graduating, she has been a powerful force in the community, serving in increasingly substantial leadership roles with the Alameda County Public Health Commission, the San Francisco Foundation, and now the East Bay Community Foundation, where she is the president and chief executive officer. Brandy is a proud third-generation Oaklander and mother of 4, and her children are her motivation to advance racial equity and transform political, social, and economic outcomes for all who call the East Bay home. We're proud to recognize Ms. Brandy Howard for her accomplishments as a community leader, uplifting and supporting those most in need of services and structures that provide growth opportunities. What she took out of the major and applied to her life and career serves as a model for African American Studies majors and students across the campus. But because she couldn't be with us here today to accept the award in person, we are privileged to have her daughter, Breon Howard, come and share some words from her mother. Breon.
Hi, I am not the best public speaker, so bear with me. It was almost like 20 years ago, I watched my mom cross this same stage. And so I'm very honored to be here and to share some words with you all. It is an extreme honor to be here with you today, to be named an outstanding alum by the Department of African American Studies at UC Berkeley, a department rooted in resistance, resilience, and revolutionary thought. This is a recognition I do not take lightly. Your commitment to advancing scholarship, critical thinking, and justice has shaped not only generations of students, but the future of our communities and institutions. I want to begin by thanking the faculty, staff, and selection committee for this incredible distinction. To every professor who has taken the time to nurture my learning and give me tools on this journey, and to Dr. Siri Brown, my professor at Merritt College, who prepared me for this academic journey, thank you. I would like to thank 3 professors here in the African American Studies Department in particular. First, Dr. Ula Taylor. You showed me how to use the intellect as a tool for liberation, and I am forever grateful. I was told by many not to take your class my first semester, and I must say, if I had not, I would not be standing here today. The second is Dr. Percy Henson, who really opened up my mind to a global perspective of politics, Blackness, and freedom, an understanding of, in his words, the freaking Global Development Project. And lastly, but definitely not least, I give honor to the ancestor and the passionate one, Dr. Veve Clark, who helped me understand and see the patterns of oppression in the world that she called repetitive practice and paradigms that are simple. She would yell this over and over, it's simple, it's simple. But she would declare it takes to understand and change our own paradigms to see the world through the African wisdom that has been passed on to us. Veve will always be honored in the work that I do. To my fellow alumni, students, and all those in the room, you remind me that we are a part of a legacy far greater than ourselves, a legacy born in the struggle for freedom and truth and carried forward through the brilliance and boldness of Black thought. It is in Barrows Hall that I came to see the Academy not as an ivory tower, but as a front line of liberation. This award belongs not just to me, but to every professor who pulled me aside and told me to keep writing, to every peer who pushed the conversation further, to every ancestor whose sacrifices opened doors I now walk through. Today, I carry the teachings of this department into every room I enter, boardrooms, classrooms, community halls, or kitchen tables. I strive to honor the charge we've all been given, to build, to speak, to disrupt, and to dream. To the students here tonight, you are the reason we do this. Never underestimate the impact of your voice, your scholarship, and your presence for all things good. To my children, you helped me believe in myself. I was worthy, and I can do great things in this world. All I do is for you. I love you. To my family, mentors, and loved ones, thank you for your unwavering support. I am because you are. And finally, to the Department of African American Studies at UC Berkeley, thank you for giving me roots, wings, and a calling. Let's continue to lift as we climb. Congratulations, graduates, and thank you.
Good evening. Give me a second while I find my. Let me see. Okay. It is my great honor to introduce the valedictorian of the class of 2025, Zoe Blount. Zoe has distinguished herself not only through academic excellence as a Vevett Clark Scholar and a committed comrade to her community of peers, but also through groundbreaking scholarship that challenges dominant narratives around incarceration and punishment. Rooted in Black feminist thought, Zoe's honors thesis, All My Life I Had to Fight, exposing the realities of late 20th century carcerality through Black feminist refusal, explores how incarcerated Black women between the 1960s and 1980s resisted the oppressive structure of a growing prison system. By highlighting the intimate experiences of women like Fannie Lou Hamer, Joanne Little, and Joyce Ann Brown, her research reveals how these women redefined political subjectivity, resisted respectability politics within prisons and jails, and imagined new possibilities for freedom. Her scholarship is not only more timely than ever, but the care that shapes it also offers us a profound reimagining of justice and liberation. As her graduate mentor over the last 3 years, I've had the pleasure of watching Zoe grow into the remarkable scholar and person she is today. Whether in the classroom, organizing with peers, or simply showing up for her community, Zoe leads with care and purpose. She has left an undeniable mark on this campus and on all of us lucky enough to know her. Zoe, I am endlessly proud of you, not just for what you've accomplished, but for who you are. I cannot wait to see the brilliance, care, and vision you'll bring into the next chapter of your career as you pursue your PhD. Please join me in welcoming our valedictorian, Zoe Blount.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here. My name is Zoe, and I'm graduating with high honors from the African American and African Diaspora Studies Department here at UC Berkeley. Thank you. I'm honored to have been named this year's valedictorian. While I've worked incredibly hard for this accomplishment, I do not celebrate it alone, as it would have never been made possible without the relentless support, the unwavering guidance, and the unconditional love I've been blessed to receive from my loved ones, my community, and the department itself. I would like to specifically thank my beloved family, especially my mother and father, my siblings, and my ancestors. Thank you to my dearest friends, y'all know who y'all are. Thank you to my faculty advisors, Professor Kotzer, Dr. J, and UT, and my graduate student mentors, Sharad, Zaina, and Joanna. Your love and support have saved me more times than you could ever imagine. Finally, I celebrate the Black Studies Department for its commitment to bringing back the person by nurturing the dreams and goals of their students, challenging mainstream education, and shamelessly reinforcing our humanity in a world that constantly dehumanizes us. In the words of the late, great June Jordan, a former UC Berkeley Black feminist professor, Black America reveals the extreme questions of contemporary life, questions of freedom and identity. How can I be who I am? Black studies is life studies, and your education deeply matters. Your ability to speak and live in your truth cannot be sacrificed. Black people in marginalized communities at large have always been the target of white supremacist violence and suppression. With the current political administration, the fascist government, we are experiencing in a new particular kind of way these attacks against our personal agency and right to life. Today we leave here as new UC Berkeley graduates, but we are also now equipped with the knowledge, the power, the spirit to fight in the war being waged on the streets against the people. As we each transition into a new chapter of life, we must create our definitions of freedom, our ideas of a liberated world, and work to bring those visions into reality. We must condemn the atrocities, the complicity, and the genocides happening in Sudan, in the Congo, and in Palestine. Through the use of our personal and collective power, through the use of revolutionary love, we must ensure our own survival in our struggle towards liberation because we are our own liberators. I would like to leave you with these words from Assata Shakur. It is our duty to fight for our freedom. It is our duty to win. We must love and support one another. We have nothing to lose but our chains. Until Palestine is free, until the Congo is free, until Sudan is free, and until we are all free. Thank you.
What Zoe didn't share with you is that upon graduation, she will begin a PhD at Yale University. In African American Studies. Okay. Now we begin to honor our graduates. Will all persons earning honors please stand? Okay, we got one back here. Okay. Yes. Yes. Honors outside. One. Okay, here we go. 2, 3. There it is. We want to first honor our students who have worked incredibly hard in different majors and are receiving honors. Now we would like to move to the presentation of masters and PhDs. So, you see I switched the mic, right? Yes. We begin with our PhD students, and if a person is being hooded and they have a faculty person from another department, if they can stand by them, that would be great so we can move a little bit quicker. But we begin with Professor Lee Rayford.
I feel you, Skylar. My name is Professor Lee Rayford, and it is my great pleasure to introduce Adriana Green. who has earned the Doctor of Philosophy in African American and African Diaspora Studies. Adriana has completed a beautiful dissertation entitled Never Mind the Moon, Space, Race, and Futurity at the Turn of the 21st Century. This gorgeous interdisciplinary project examines US explorations of outer space, from the Cold War space race to the contemporary public-private SpaceX partnership, as a site of contestation over resources, reparations, and who belongs in the future. That's right, Gayle King going to the moon will not save us. Adriana shows us how this battle has played out in politics, in visual art, in film, and literature. She draws on research ranging from the archives of Octavia Butler, the mother of Afrofuturism, to the archives of NASA itself. I just want to say that Adriana's time here at UC Berkeley has been marked by rigorous research, intellectual risk-taking, and profound community care. She has won awards for her innovative classroom instruction, for her beautifully written scholarship, and she has gained significant experience organizing and advocating for all vulnerable populations, both within and outside of the academy. She is one of the most talented PhD students that I've had the opportunity to work with in my 21 years here. The great Toni Morrison once said that she would remind her students, when you get these jobs that you have been so brilliantly trained for, just remember that your real job is that if you are free, you need to free somebody else. If you have some power, then your job is to empower somebody else. Adriana's work on the page and off has been to empower others, as Sister Toni said. And so it's fitting that Adriana will be headed this fall to Princeton University as a postdoctoral fellow in the Department of African American Studies, the institution and department where Morrison taught for decades. Dr. Adriana Green.
Sherrod Johnson's dissertation, Dirt, Dust, and the Dark Matter of Slavery's Environmental Afterlife, works at the nexus between Black studies, Black ecology, queer studies, and the study of African American literature. Sherrod argues that while scholars and activists today grapple with impending climate catastrophe and try to find a vocabulary adequate to describe it and propose strategies for survival, Black writers and thinkers have for a long time developed a rich analysis of surviving within catastrophe's aftermath. The catastrophe of the kidnapping and the enslavement of Africans in the Americas, and the broken promises of emancipation and the realities of Jim Crow. Examining three key metaphors, dirt, dust, and mud, in 20th and 21st century Black literature, Sherrod stages tensions between tending to and transforming sites of historical trauma. Sherrod argues that ethics of care, land stewardship, diasporic rupture, and the contradictions between preservation and destruction aren't just abstract concepts. They are living questions that permeate how we think about the climate change and intervention today. This dissertation wrestles with what it means to truly care for a world that has historically denied care to some while demanding they become caretakers. Sherrod is a rising star in the field of Black studies, literary criticism, and critical ecology. Next year, Sherrod will join the faculty as a postdoctoral fellow at Brown University. Please join me in celebrating Dr. Sherrod Johnson.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay, you can like this one. Thank you, Sherrod. Renee Clark, Doctorate of Philosophy, Public Health. Dissertation, Reimagining Postpartum Care for Black Birthing People in California, Improving Modes of Care and Policy Implication. In this body of work, Renee focused on improving postpartum care delivery by laying out the current landscape and engaging in innovative frameworks with Black postpartum people. Her quote is, "Diamonds are shaped under pressure. I am thankful for the mountaintop moments and the valleys. Thankful for my family, friends, and Caribbean community. Lastly, I'm thankful for God's favor. Don't let anyone tell you you can't, because you can." Vicente Perez, Doctorate of Philosophy, Theater, Dance, and Performance Studies. Dissertation, the quote, "Started from the bottom, now he's here. First in his family to earn a PhD. Passionate, artistic, devoted dad." Congratulations.
Lindsay Burnside, Doctor of Philosophy, Psychology. Their dissertation thesis, Coping with Racism-Related Stress, Coping Strategies, Use, Associations with Psychological Health, and Perceived Costs Among Black Adults. Their quote, "This doctorate degree would not be possible without the unwavering support of my family. I dedicate this to you." All right. Andrea Richardson, Master of Arts, African American and African Diaspora Studies. Congratulations, Andrea. Jasmine Bello, Masters of Public Affairs, Goldman School of Public Policy. This moment is dedicated to everyone denied the opportunity to pursue their education, encourage those who doubt themselves, and thank God for those who made this possible for me. Tahita Anderson, Master of Social Welfare. Powerful, resilient, unstoppable, trailblazer, mother and scholar, a warrior with vision, empowered and unshaken, a true history maker. Today I cross this stage not just for me, but for every dream once deferred. Believe in you. Congratulations. Layla Simone Michel, Masters of Art in Global Studies. The title of her dissertation is Cultivating Sustainable Ecologies, 21st Century Land Use and Management in Haiti. And this part I want you to say. They would like to say, La unión fait la force. Our unity is our strength. Alina McGrew, Master of Social Welfare. Concentration, strengthening children, youth, and families. Charm is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. Proverbs 31:30. Thank you to my village for your unwavering love and support. Ashley Roundtree, Masters of Social Welfare. Concentration, advancing health and well-being across the lifespan. Love is a choice expressed through intention and action. Thank you to all of my loved ones here who walk with me. This is our degree. Timi Adeboye Joe, Masters of Science, Civil and Environmental Engineering. Keisha Jenkins, Master of Arts, Berkeley School of Education. Dissertation title, How Can Communities of Practice Serve as a Means to Cultivate Teachers' Awareness of Literacy Strategies that Support Special Education Students? This continuous inquiry project focuses on how schools can effectively provide continuous professional learning for teachers in full inclusion settings through a learning community framework centering teachers as learners and experts in the field. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Thank you, family. To my sister Crystal, we made history. Crystal Jenkins, Master of Arts in Public Policy, Master of Social Welfare. My thesis combines public policy and social work to explore collaborative approaches between government agencies and community-based organizations in meeting the needs of Alameda County's most at-promise youth. I love that. I highlight promising practices and recommendations that are community-centered solutions to inform future funding and evidence-based practices that reduce recidivism and increase desistance. Commit your work to the Lord and your plans will succeed. Family, thank you. To Keisha, and we will continue. That's my
Thank you so much. Now we begin conferring the degrees for BAs. Oh, we have one. You came on through, didn't you? Okay, come on through. Andrew Glaros, okay. Masters of Science, Civil Engineering. Thesis, Detecting Water Main Breaks Using a Creek Sensor Network. The purpose of this research is to build models that detect tap water spills into watersheds using machine learning and physical-based modeling approaches. Quote, attitude and determination are dependable paths to success. Talent and passion without these pillars is often wasted.
Oh, okay. Oh, you put it on already? Okay. Thank you. Okay.
So now we begin honoring our BAs.
Anaya Wilson. Bachelor of Arts in African American Studies, with the quote, "Life can't take your salt from you," by Liz Wright. Shavar Martin, Bachelor of Arts in African American Studies, honoring my ancestors, embracing my future. Thank you to everyone who believed in me. This is just the beginning. Frank Shekels, Bachelor of Arts in African American Studies. My success isn't measured by a degree, but by overcoming the obstacles and adversity limited to my environment, forever filthy. Bella Volts Broughton, Bachelor of Arts in African American Studies. Zoe Blunt, Bachelor of Arts in African American Studies. Zoe will be pursuing a combined PhD in Black Studies and History at Yale this fall. My student, Tye Houston, Bachelor of Arts in African American Studies. Thesis on the impossibility of hood. A, did that, one down and more to come. Thank you to my past selves and my loved ones too. Devin Capard Tung, Bachelor of Arts in African American Studies. Thesis, Bridging the Gap, Addressing Food Insecurity and Access Barriers for Black Communities in West Oakland. Hashtag greater. Chelsea Eggers, Bachelor of Arts in African American Studies and Bachelor of Arts in English. Thesis, Black Literature as Black Placemaking, Zora Neale Hurston and Barracoon. Thank you, Mom and Dad, I love you. Thank you to my friends, y'all are the best. Cheers. Tafari Allen, Bachelor of Arts in African American Studies and Bachelor of Arts in Gender and Women's Studies. Thesis, Apocalypse Dreaming. To Mom and Dad, my love and gratitude for your support and love. To my lovely friends, thank you. Ty Thompson, Bachelor of Arts in African American Studies. Thesis, Black Femininity. Thankful, grateful, and able. Love you, Mom and Grandma. Janessa Henderson, Bachelor of Arts in Political Science and Bachelor of Arts in African American Studies. Thesis, Black Feminist Thought. Not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it is faced. James Baldwin. Amber Griffin Royal, Bachelor of Arts in African American Studies. Shout out to my loved ones who held me up during this wild journey. I couldn't do this without you. And to my beloved brother Andrew, I miss you, Kuya. This one's for us. Almost to the Most High, Ashe. Tessa Graham, Bachelor of Arts in African American Studies. Thanks to the Most High for getting me to this day, my ancestors, family, friends, and all who've prayed for my success. Thank you. Mom, I did it. Rashawn Perry, Bachelor of Arts in African American Studies and Bachelor of Arts in Psychology. Thesis, Laughter as Cultural Medicine. I love my mom and so happy she's here to support me. I am here. I am here. Thank you. Sirak Meki O, Bachelor of Arts in Economics. Love my mom, dad, sister, the triad, and Hubba fam. Samuel Dujane, Bachelor of Arts in Economics. The marathon continues. Samir Robinson, Bachelor of Science in Business. God did. God, Mom, and Dad, this one's for you. Indeed, Allah is the best of planners. Marius Castro, Bachelor of Science in Applied Mathematics and Bachelor of Science in Computer Science. Shout out family and friends for the love and support. Jay Camel, Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering and Bachelor of Science in Computer Science. This one's for all my camels, especially Uncle Devin. Brazil Clark, Bachelor of Arts in Rhetoric. Nothing can dim the light which shines from within, Maya Angelou.
Jerron Jones, Bachelor of Arts, Social Welfare. Raquel Griffin, Bachelor of Science, Educational Sciences. Quote, one of Berkeley's first Black graduates of BS in Educational Sciences. Yes. Anita Chinwumba, Bachelor of Arts, Legal Studies. Kylie Mujalia, Bachelor of Arts, Psychology. Tyla Simone Creighton, Bachelor of Science, Business Administration. Appreciate little moments, live with purpose, and build with Black. Lauren Jones, Bachelor of Arts in Legal Studies and Psychology double major. Quote, my grandmother desegregated Memphis State in 1959. I honor her today. Trinity Campbell, Bachelor of Arts in Media Studies and Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Never be limited by other people's limited imaginations. Tiana Pettyhome, Bachelor of Arts, Psychology. No, I'm not lucky, I'm blessed. Yes, Zeta Phi Beta, baby. Saman Wright, Bachelor of Arts, Philosophy. Itarla Gamboa Tano Garcia, Bachelor of Arts in Sociology and Bachelor of Arts in Theater Arts and Performance Studies. Director, founder, artist, led as the first in every space. Janae Arzu, Bachelor of Arts in Social Welfare, Bachelor of Arts in Legal Studies. First-generation college student from the Caribbean, born and raised in the beautiful country of Belize. Sarah Branson, Bachelor of Arts, Interdisciplinary Studies field. Go Bears forever, free Palestine, Congo, and Sudan. Aria Walsh, Bachelor of Arts, Molecular and Cell Biology. Annie Mae Elena Bird, Bachelor of Arts, Interdisciplinary Studies. Antoinette Bishop, Bachelor of Arts, Interdisciplinary Studies. Thank you to my mother, Helen, for all your encouragement. Cameron McDonald, Bachelor of Arts, Interdisciplinary Studies. Through uncertainty, you stayed courageous. Today proves you were born victorious. Mark Crittenden, Bachelor of Arts, Legal Studies. Love you, Auntie Sherry. Deshawn Stewart, Bachelor of Science, Molecular Environmental Biology. Thank you, Mom, Michael, Armani, and everyone else who supported me. Are strong. Okay. Elon Williams, Bachelor of Arts in History and Bachelor of Arts in Legal Studies. 4 years to learn. It gets worse if we time travel, but the community bonds are strong. Bria Odom, Bachelor of Arts, Media Studies. To those before me who've made this day possible, thank you. I couldn't have made it without you all. Trenton Eugene O'Bannon, Bachelor of Arts in Computer Science and Bachelor of Arts in Data Science. Hey! From Kansas City, small, dark, and handsome, C's get degrees. William Reed, Bachelor of Arts in Public Health,
and Bachelor of Arts in Data Science. Can't believe how fast 4 years go by. Thank you, family and friends, for the support. Okay, good. You ready? Okay. Harrison Frith. Bachelor of Science, Business Administration. Love you, Mom, Dad, Brandon, Dylan, Gigi, Murphy. Thank you. Peter Harris. BA, Political Economy. This is for the family that can't be with us. Benjamin Dunn, Bachelor of Arts in Society and Environment from Oakland, California. Oakland, California. Oakland, California. Okay, Harun Mwange, Bachelor of Arts, Computer Science. Thank you, Victoria, Abdu, Nathir, and Nora for all your help. I would not be here without you guys. Jesus Wilkins, Bachelor of Science, Mechanical Engineering. Thank you, friends and family. Couldn't have done it without y'all. Ricky McGregor III, Bachelor of Arts, Computer Science. For Nana and G-Pops, to God be the glory. Miles Wingfield, Bachelor of Arts, Public Health. Thank you, Mom, Dad, and Mariah for supporting me. Jazara Richardson, Bachelor of Arts, Molecular and Cell Biology. Future Black woman in neurosurgery.
Mucky Roberts, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Thanks, family. Much love. Bio Collins. Bachelor of Arts in Interdisciplinary Studies. The best is yet to come.
Marcus Aina. At the end of my shit, can you say stand? A-I-E, stand up.
Marcus Aina. Bachelor of Arts in Political Science and Economics. A1 since day one. I do this for all my people. Joshua Paul. Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. The struggle was real, but so is this degree now. Aya Zarif Mustafa, Bachelor of Arts in Data Science. Forever grateful for my family's sacrifices. I did it. Leah Baruch, Bachelor of Arts in Public Health. Thank you to my family, friends, and God. Nuamin Leo Lacal, Bachelor of Arts in Legal Studies. To my loved ones, this degree is ours. Thank you. Victoria Bala, Bachelor of Arts in Legal Studies. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. Acknowledge him, and he'll direct your path. Aaliyah Trotter, Bachelor of Arts in Legal Studies. I navigate life with my favorite Bible scripture, Jeremiah 29:11, because I know God's got a plan for me. Naomi McConnon Yonis, Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering and Bachelor of Science in Computer Science. Thank you to my family and friends. I love you. Nia Shelton, Bachelor of Arts in Cognitive Science. Thank you, Mom and Dad. Jade Gillespie, Bachelor of Arts in Political Economy, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, Kappa Chapter, and Hubba President. Tamara Martin, Bachelor of Arts in Ancient Greek and Roman Studies, graduated with a major in Ancient Greek and Roman Studies with minors in French and African American Studies. Jocelyn Alexander, Bachelor of Arts in Global Studies. Be empowered and determined to achieve greatness in your life. Skylar Montgomery, Bachelor of Arts in Legal Studies. Give a girl the right shoes and she can conquer the world. Jordan Honeysucker, Bachelor of Arts in Psychology. Thank you to Mommy and Padre, and thank you, Jesus. Ifeoluwa Victoria Busari, Bachelor of Arts in Economics. It's proven anything you can do, I can do better. Jasmine Ajani Turner, Bachelor of Arts in Public Health. I am forever grateful to my family and to my village. Claire Cook, Bachelor of Arts in Media Studies. 3 generations strong at Berkeley. Dad, this one's for you. Naeem Pierce, Bachelor of Science in Bioengineering. A bioengineering graduate planning to pursue neurosurgery. Lensa Temesgen, Bachelor of Science in Environmental Sciences. All glory to God. Yumna Talat, Bachelor of Arts in Urban Studies and Bachelor of Arts in Legal Studies. For the motherland, free Sudan. Idil Farah, Bachelor of Arts in Political Science, and Bachelor of Arts in Political Economy. Thankful to God and my family for their unwavering support. From Burundi and Djibouti. Mesa Kobele Keita, Bachelor of Arts in Computer Science. For Aminata Ibrahima for Guinea, for every soul who built me. Rest in peace, Grandma, Nene and To, to my siblings, Nene and Kaklu, thank you. Miriam Manjan. Bachelor of Arts in Political Economy with a concentration in development and globalization. As the only Gambian in this class, I'd like to thank God and my family and friends for all their guidance, love, and support. Love you all. Charlize Mathis, Bachelor of Arts in Sociology. God is within her, she will not fall. Psalm 46 and 5. Mahaina Ellis, Bachelor of Arts in Molecular and Cell Biology. To fear failure is to fear success. Glory to God. Adeola Kofo Abeomi, Bachelor of Arts in Film and Media Studies and Bachelor of Arts in Comparative Literature. I thank God because our best moments are still to come. Mahal Bryant, Bachelor of Arts in Political Science. I represent my family and could not be here without them. Love y'all. D'Angelo Isaiah Sanchez Johnson, Bachelor of Arts in Political Science. Thank you to my father, Herman J. Hampton Jr., and sister, Saistish Hampton, brothers Tramel Hampton, Jarrell Hampton, niece Tiara Hampton, Tiara Hampton. Mijune Philidor, Bachelor of Arts in Theater and Performance Studies. The light remains, and so will I. Free the people. Jordan Young, Bachelor of Arts in Sociology. Maya Nkume Crazy, Bachelor of Arts in Legal Studies and Bachelor of Arts in Sociology. I am here because of those that came before me. Gabrielle McDowell, Bachelor of Arts in Public Health. Forever guided by faith, I proceed with compassion and purpose. Taylor Hardy, Bachelor of Arts in Media Studies with a concentration in digital studies. Fiat Lux Scholar, full academic ride, humanitarian, well-traveled, walking encyclopedia. Layla Walker, Bachelor of Arts in Computer Science. Layla will go on to get her PhD at the University of Washington. Regina Abube Aka, Bachelor of Arts in English. In honor to my ancestors and with warm regards to my progeny. Christian Lucas, Bachelor of Arts in Molecular and Cell Biology. Christian will study neuroscience as a research associate at Yale School of Medicine.
Abdul Rahman Sharif, Bachelor of Science, Business Administration. Alhamdulillah, to my family here and on YouTube, love y'all. Oyinkosola Sani, Bachelor of Arts, Economics. Thank you to my family for all the support. Naija Node Carry Last. Katie Contreras, Bachelor of Arts, Psychology. And I did not quit. RN in the making, hashtag greater. Love you, Mom. Love you, Beta Psi. Joshua Olowotobi Loba Adenuba, Bachelor of Science, Bioengineering. All praise and glory to God. Malia Wilson, Bachelor of Arts, Molecular and Cellular Biology. Elise Deshazer, Bachelor of Arts, Architecture. William Hairston, Bachelor of Science, Genetics and Plant Biology. Thanks for everything. I had fun, y'all. Anaya Dennis, Bachelor of Arts in Film. Maya Caldwell, Bachelor of Arts, College of Environmental Design, Architecture. Kiana Burnett, Bachelor of Arts in Psychology and Bachelor of Arts in Legal Studies. I dedicate my degrees to my grandfather and nephew who couldn't be here today to see this. Rayla Ritchie, Bachelor of Arts, Earth and Planetary Science. The thesis tracking magma storage during the growth and evolution of Hawaiian volcanoes. This community shaped me, forever thankful, forever inspired. Chinumso Angel Nwosu, Bachelor of Arts, Integrative Biology. Don't you ever listen when anyone tells you something is impossible because it has never been done before. Kamala D. Harris. Aisha Shahid, Bachelor of Arts, Social Welfare. Aisha competed as a student athlete on the track and field team and is also a first-generation college graduate. She'd like to thank her family and loved ones for all of their support, continuing her education in athletics at Texas A&M with a master's in human resource development. Asia Atkinson, Bachelor of Arts, Cognitive Science. Thank you to my family for supporting me. Erin Pitts, Bachelor of Arts, Film and Media. Princess Samaya Alberto, Bachelor of Science, Molecular Environmental Biology. Love you, Mommy. Jacqueline Jones, Bachelor of Arts, Film and Media. Jasmine Montgomery, Bachelor of Arts, Psychology. Today, I'm continuing a legacy of excellence at UC Berkeley. I'm honoring my roots, family, and future with this achievement. Janessa Jones, Bachelor of Arts, Sociology. New level unlocked. Leah Freeman, Bachelor of Arts, Sociology. She came, worked, persevered, and finished. She is Black excellence. Kludvert Mbatu Tabot, Bachelor of Arts, Public Health. Hallelujah, amen. Thanks to my dad and my amazing brothers. Also, thank you to my mentors, friends, and community college, Norco College. Naomi DeSaling, Bachelor of Science, Civil Engineering, minor in Data Science. Naomi could not have done this without the Lord Almighty and her amazing village, Mama, Ababa, her brothers, and Donnie and Tanya, as well as Sarah. Naomi thanks you. Jaranara Rios, Bachelor of Science, Molecular Environmental Biology. Never fear the rigor, but embrace it. Thank you to my mom, little sis, and best friend. I am a future entomologist, thanks to God. MJ Frazier, Bachelor of Arts, Psychology. What's for me is for me. Oh! Kamani Fletcher, Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering and Bachelor of Science in Computer Science. Success is not final, failure not fatal, so keep going. Ethan Reese, Bachelor of Arts, Mathematics. Thank you, loved ones, for believing in me. Broaders, Bachelor of Arts, Integrated Biology. By the grace of God, I made it. Okay. I know. Oh, I know. Marcus Scott II, Bachelor of Arts, Department of Legal Studies. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. Julian Womack Batzdorf, Bachelor of Arts, Molecular and Cell Biology. Thank God, my parents, all my grandparents, Galen, my dogs. Evan Sagai, Bachelor of Arts, Integrated Biology. It's been an interesting 5 years. Now watch my next 5. Albert Mitchell, Bachelor of Arts, Public Health, from West Oakland, California. Hustlers don't stop, they keep going. You can lose your like, but it keep growing. Deshaun Niebeck Brantley, Bachelor of Science, Society and Environment. Slow motion better than no motion. I love you, Mom.
And so we're going to ask all the sororities and fraternity members to take a seat. So that we can confer the degrees. If we can have you take a seat, please. We want to be respectful of everyone who's here, and we're running late, so if you could please sit down, I'd appreciate it. This is why the young woman said, don't take my class your first year.
Before I confer the degrees, I want to make a couple of announcements. One, immediately following this celebration at the Alumni House, is this correct? At the Alumni House, the Black Grad Association is having a reception, and you all are invited. Again, the Alumni House, which is around the corner from this building, okay? Also, after I confer the degrees, the first row of the graduates, if you could lead the procession going out to the left, please. Okay. So now I am going to do what I love to do, which is to confer the degrees. Will all persons who have earned the PhD please stand? Candidates for the degree of the Doctor of Philosophy, you have voluntarily submitted yourself to the traditions that become a scholar in pursuit of knowledge and have proved yourself worthy of this high calling. By the virtue of the authority invested in me by the President and the Chancellor of this university, I grant you the degree of PhD. All folks earning a master's, if you could please stand. By the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Chancellor, I herewith and confer upon you the degree of Masters of Arts. Will all persons earning the BA please stand? By the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Chancellor, I herewith confer upon you the degree of Bachelors of Arts. Congratulations, class of 2025. Thank you for your patience, all of you in the audience. Enjoy the reception, and we have to get out of here.